Hey everyone, this will be really quick and a little bit different than my other videos. So I had a no trade day today, which was, I think, very good. I stayed out of a lot of crap. So today I implemented my new trading journal, and let me just pull it up very quickly. Okay, here we go. So, new trading journal. So these just helped me do my checks a lot quicker, just based on the order I have it in, which was great. And I never got to an entry. So I always stopped right here on every symbol because there wasn't a candle over candle entry. That looked nice. So, yep, it was very helpful today. So my pre-trading plan was to take bull flags with the new checklist. And, I would love to say that I was able to take a bull flag, but really there wasn't any that worked super well. So, first thing that popped up was AHMA. This is just a horrible stock. I mean, it just pop and drops like crazy. You can see on the daily chart, brutality, right? So I looked at this, and I know that people in our community have gotten killed on this before. So I just said, no, I'm not going to trade it. And then we had CLRO. So CLRO had a move up. So let's go over here. So pops up, had breaking news, float price, origin, news, volume, gap up, top 5 gainers, and spread. All of those criteria were met. So we have this pop up, pull all the way back, and then the break here. Pops up, still finds that resistance, goes back down, goes up, right? So this is not a trade I'm ready to take yet, just because I feel like this is way too risky. Yeah, it worked out here, but if you get in here, 411, your stop is down here. The spreads are going to be higher. You're buying at resistance here, pulls back. Maybe this could have been an entry for the breakout, but that's not, that's not in my criteria today. So now this one could have been an entry, but see right here, typically I would take this, and I actually thought about taking it here, but I didn't. And I didn't take it because the volume on these selling candles was way too high. I saw this as a very bearish indicator. And it also, these candles were below WHOP. Yes, it was near the 9 EMA. So you could argue this might have been a good trade, looking for the squeeze back up. I just thought it showed too much weakness. I didn't want to trade it as my first trade of the day. I'm trying to be a little more selective. So I'm glad I stayed out of this one because it was just super choppy, So it's just choppy. It's holding the 9, and then as soon as it breaks, it just dumps. So that was the first stock that kind of popped up that brought attention. CETX was another one. This one gave a crazy parabolic move, So pops up, basically has no attention. I probably pulled it up right in this area. Pulls up, so it met criteria, met 5 pillars, had news. I don't think it was an Israel company or anything. So it met criteria. Actually, why don't I pull these up here as well, just as I talk about them. So meets criteria. I see it popping up. Today I'm trying to be more restrictive, so I didn't take any of these kind of micro pullback trades. If we look down here at the 5 second, I'm sure there were entries. I don't know why it's not going back any further than 8. Weird. But I'm sure there were entries here for micro pullbacks, but that's advanced. I don't want to trade that quite yet. So pulls up, you know, the volume is nice right here, unwinding a little bit, but that's nice. So this could have been a trade right here, but I just thought it was a little too extended off the 9 EMA. It wasn't above VWAP clearly. It wasn't clearly above VWAP. This move was so parabolic that while we can get the leg up, I just thought it was a bit too extended. So I wanted to give it some more time to pull back, and ultimately that was the right decision. This one might have been daily resistance too. Let me check my notes. Okay, so below VWAP, hard time pulling away again after parabolic. That's what I wrote. So yeah, I think that was ultimately the right decision. I could have gotten in here, like for a squeeze back up, but that would be a lot of risk, and I just wasn't willing to do that on my first trade of the day. So that was CTX. Really just unwinds, goes all the way down. I think the news might have actually not been very good. CTX news is that Centrix completes acquisition of plant engineering services, adding specialized engineering capabilities and expanding into automotive and defense markets. So I guess it's good news, AI acquisition, but it just, yeah, didn't work out too well. And also, it's right before the holiday weekend, so, you know, the market's going to be a little colder. So let's look at the next stock that popped up, PPCB. This one pops up a little bit. So let's see, 150, kind of goes up to 2. There's a little red candle pullback. This honestly could have maybe been an entry here. So right here, you're looking for the break, boom, you get it. So this maybe could have been an entry. I might want to start getting in stocks a little bit earlier on things like this, but I just didn't today, and that's fine. No worries at all. So I was looking for a bull flag in this area, and you see high selling volume, and it just unwinds. Never get confirmation. Unwinds. PCB pulls back too far. No confirmation for entry. So that's what I wrote. Okay, that was that stock. And then look at this daily chart. What the actual heck? Yeah, those are some big numbers up there. So has a clear history of selling off. Then we have LGCL. Yep. Another pop and drop. I don't know what the theme was today. So yeah, this candle made me go hands off. Get this nice move up. I was like, yeah, this could be a really nice bull flag, right? Pulls back, maybe it slowly pulls back 3 candles, stays right around 3, get that candle over candle high, it goes back up. But this candle was just too huge, really high volume selling candle. Yeah, and this entry, it was a little bit too much risk here, not close enough to the 9. So, and the news, I guess, just wasn't good enough because it obviously is selling off. It's below $1 now. That's insane. So, yep, didn't break the ice today. Didn't take any trades. But that's good. It's better to have a no trade day than a red day. So, amazing. Also, I want to share my trading journal. I've just been been kind of going through it a little bit, marking up the setups. I just kind of want to show how I journal. So let's look at a good setup here. I'm gonna go back. Let's look at a bull flag. This one seems like a good setup. Let's be setup. Okay, these were good setups. So right here, let's look at this one. Bull flag just didn't work. Also below high day. So maybe this was a B setup because it wasn't quite a high day. So yep, you see the bull flag here. I got in here. I followed my exit criteria. Boom, fresh news, WHOP. So this should help me track things a bit more. So then we can go over to the playbook. We can see what's working. Okay, A+ setups are working. That's good, right? Obviously I need more data as I continue to trade. A+ setups are working. No news, apparently it's working. Older news working. Let's see if fresh news, I guess fresh news isn't working. Okay, so obviously these should change because low criteria. The green should be green and the red and the yellow should be less green. So that's funny. So yeah, that's just how I'm tracking it. And then my daily journals, you know, this was yesterday's daily journal. Normal market. I didn't respect the stop, and that's because I actually moved the stop up too much most of the time. This wasn't like I'm holding too long, and we're gonna get some more tiles here that fit mistakes a bit better. But yeah, confidence was low. I'd say my confidence today was actually a lot higher. I'd say it was a 3. Maybe 3.5 to 4, but I'd say 3. I think because I have a little better plan, you know? Yesterday I didn't follow my plan. I didn't take the correct setups, you know. I didn't take the good trades, but I took the bad trades. I hesitated here. I really wish I didn't hesitate there because it was beautiful. This was a beautiful setup. One of the best setups that I have seen for my strategy ever. And I missed it. So, yep, I just guess fear, you know. My stops were not based on structure, as we talked about yesterday, cooked me. So those are things that I'm working on. Here is, my recommendation still. I want to be careful about revenge trading. I'm trying to get this up by sticking just to my bull flag setup. And I'm trying not to overtrade too much. So, yep. And this was mostly just because one trade I held way too long. Used to be the inverse, but we're working on it. We'll try to get maybe half a minute here, about a full minute there, depending on the stock, obviously. So yeah, I don't know really what else, but I wanted to share this with you. So this is just what's been going on. I've been analyzing my trades a bit more. I can't really go back too far because I don't have the film yet. But starting, here, I'll have all these diaries. So I'm just building a system now, which is great. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Go check the description for some free resources that are helpful. And some other people on YouTube, huge shout out to them that have inspired me to keep doing this. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a nice weekend. I will see you